Hey guys, it's Justin, 5180DX1. Listen, I found out something, and I guess, I realized the RF from my AM station is drastically distorting and affecting my receive record audio. So I've made a couple little short videos, uh, so y'all could hear what my actual audio sounds like. Uh, because when I go live, something to do with the connection, my RF is completely killing the connection and causing what gets recorded to be completely. It's a weird phenomenon. I'm sure it's the RF, but anyways, I have a special way that I do my Cobra 29s. Just like Derail or any other person that does this kind of hobby. We all have our own capacitance, inductance, and impedance values. So, we all play with different values in our audio chain. Basically, what you do when you modify these Cobra 29s to the excess that Derail, myself, and a lot of others do is we go in and we're changing the frequency response, the roll offs. We do this with inductance and capacitance, playing around with different capacitance values with in series inductors. Uh, you remember, anytime you have a tank circuit and with an in series inductor, you can play with frequency, and that's what we do. We go in. So what I do on mine, you'll hear it. It has a distinctive 9 pound hammer, basically. Has that 9 pound hammer distinctive, smooth, more focused on the mids and upper end broadcast style audio, to where you have people like Derail that get for that real wide broadband verbose, which is awesome. But I've learned over the years that if you really want to make the CB radio sound good and you want to sound good on the CB radio, you have to focus your audio chain around your natural voice. So, as you guys can already hear, I already have that more upper end voice and mid range voice. So, I have the ability, I can get into the mids and more, I can play around. But what I like is that stuff that when you have 50,000 people on the band on 28, that audio that literally just cuts through. And you do that with that 2.5 to 3.3, 3.5K range. That's the audio that you can hear easy without having crazy amounts of carrier. I mean, you can have a little carrier with that good audio at that right frequency, and it cuts right through. And guys, you know what I'm talking about. And that's what I go for. I want to be heard, and I want to be heard consistently, and every time I modulate. And I focus doing it around the audio and the audio chain of the radio. Don't get me wrong, we we do we do a lot of stuff with the RF section of the radio as well. I mainly, as far as the drive section and the RF section of the radio itself, I typically stick with the 2166 driver, and I play around with the 1969, or I go field effect. I do 2030s. I played with 520s. Uh, uh, all the MOSFETs. I like the 1969, or you want me to be 100% honest with you? The original stock 2078 that's in it will get with it. You just got to play with the values around the chain, play with the driver, bias voltages and stuff, and know what you're doing and do it. You got to have the stuff to be able to do it and keep the radio right and on spectrum. Uh, and then you really just focus that, on your audio chain, your frequency response. The ability for that radio to take your voice and put it on the other receiving end. And the whole idea to this is to make you sound as close as you would sound as if I was standing next to you. That's what I am about. I'm not about that big, robust, bassy, muddy. I want to sound to you like I sound if you were standing right here with me. And that's what I go for. And I like it to be waspy. I like you to know I'm there. Uh, and that's just what we shoot for. Getting a little bit sidetracked on my story, but I made a recording on AM. It was a 3 hour, actually a 3 hour video, and I decided to go live on AM, and I really screwed up. I stuck my recorder plumb up underneath my monitor, and then hit it with the RF, and so you get. And then the video was really crappy because we had poor conditions, and I was just doing a lot of repeating myself. But then finally, towards the end, we got great conditions, and you got some video content, and a lot of you got to hear yourself through the feed and all that good stuff. But I want to apologize because it was literally like I was screaming at you the whole time, and it was distorted receive audio because of the camera. And I'm still learning on all this record stuff, and you know, because I never know what it's going to come out like. And when I do lives, what you got's what you got. And if you do something stupid, well, you have to come back and explain yourself. Well, at least I'm trying to. Uh, Enjoy the videos. Thanks for watching, guys. The old goofy hillbilly in Oklahoma that likes radio, man. I like to smoke too. Y'all be good.